Hey everybody, it's Peter from Brantford Kia. We are at the the Canadian International Auto Show here in Toronto. We are in before anybody. We're here on Media Day, and actually we're ahead of the media even. So they're doing some work behind us here. We've got some signs that are mislabeled here. Behind me is not the Kia Stinger, even though if you see that sign, it'll say Kia Stinger. This is the all-new 2021 probably Kia Niro PHEV. Now it might be 2020 model. We've sold a number of PHEVs in the past, but what you haven't seen is the new lighting. So the new lighting on this car matches that of the, matches the look of that of the EV. So we're bringing it more in line, bringing it more modern. You've got new bumpers in here. Again, a real match to the EV look down there. You've got a nice clean grille here, so it sort of mimics the regular hybrid Niro, but also of course there's no charge door like the electric Niro, so it's closed off with no real venting. Actually there is some venting in there, much smaller venting in the bottom, closed off on the top, closed off in the center. So a little different look out front, really modernizes the car. The one complaint I had about the Niro when it first came out was the lighting looked a little bit generation past, and now they brought it up to date. So that's the front end of the car. We're going to come around the driver's side of the car now. You'll see that Stinger sign that needs to be changed out, which again, they're moving cars for Media Day here. You've got a little charge door right on the side of this car. So a lot of people wonder why the charge door is on the front of the EVs. On the PHEV, it is on the side. So that's your electric door there. This is your gas door here. So of course a PHEV is just a hybrid vehicle that gives you pure electric range. And this car has just over 40 kilometers of pure electric range, or at least the rating is for pure electric of just over 40 kilometers. And then the rest of the time it operates just like a hybrid car. You put gas in, you put it in drive, and you go. We're gonna come around the back here. They're just gonna move the Telluride behind me, which I'm sure we're fine, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. If they hit me, we'll get it on video. Here we go. In the trunk of the PHEV is a little bit of a surprise for some people. The regular Niro has no 12-volt battery. This one does have a 12-volt battery back here. So there's a little different trunk on the right side here. You've got a subwoofer on this model on the left side, and you do have a tiny bit of underfloor storage right at the end of the trunk here. If you lift that up further, you can see that extra battery that's a little bit larger than the regular Niro hybrid. So some underfloor storage, tie downs all the way around. You've got the speaker here and that battery that comes in a little bit on the side here. So if you're looking at a regular Niro in the showroom, maybe you don't have a PHEV in the showroom, a little bit different on the one side, but other than that, very similar to the regular Niro. Now what we're gonna do is hop in the driver's seat because there's a lot of changes. Actually, before we go there is some new lighting here. You probably won't notice it unless the lights are on, but this is a little bit revised lighting, revised bumpers as well, much more like the EV down at the bottom, much more just sort of updated on the lighting right here. Hop in the driver's side here. Now they've given me the key to this car, which I don't think was very wise of them. But here we go. As we get in the car, very similar to the previous Niro PHEV. The first thing you notice is the larger screen. Now, I won't start the car, but I will turn the car to on. And you'll notice in the center here, maybe our cameraman can get in, it'll come to life in a second. Here's the new dash. We'll get you some better pictures of that, but you have a center screen and then two screens on the outside. So you've got your charge indication and your power area on the left-hand side. We used to do that on our EVs, sort of in a bar graph kind of thing. The right side is your speedometer, which again is still digital like our EVs. Just a very cleaned up look, even more modern than our regular EVs in my opinion. On the right side here, this larger display, which again, you've seen in the Telluride, you've seen in our Kia Soul EV as well. It's now in the Niro. What I love about it is I'm gonna tap this GPS and you can see 3D renderings of downtown Toronto on here. So we'll show you a picture of that right here. Not the best picture, but it does sort of give you an idea that our navigation system has been updated, and that's really interesting. Radio there, you can see this one has 35 kilometers of EV range, 94% battery right now, so right in that 40 kilometer range. Now of course this car has no mileage on it, so prediction will change as time goes. But there's the battery. Down low here, typical Kia stuff. You've got your audio controls and your radio controls. Lower again, you've got the EV and the PHEV button right next to your gear shift. What that does is it allows you to save that pure electric range for later on. So when you start the car, it'll run on electricity if it meets the conditions. But if you wanted to, say, drive to downtown Toronto and save that EV range to putt around downtown Toronto, you can do that by hitting this button. It changes it between hybrid and EV mode. Back further, typical Niro stuff, exactly the same. Heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats on this car. Gear shift is identical, steering wheel and everything on there is identical. So if you're looking at a Niro in the, a regular Niro in the showroom, steering wheel is the exact same. Really the difference is this dash in here, which again, we haven't seen the new Niro. It may have an updated dash as well, but the PHEV certainly looks fantastic. All the typical stuff you'd see down here, lane keep, blind spot detection. There is a charge door and a charge thing, just like our electric vehicles. Same idea, you can schedule that charge time and you can set it to automatic. So a lot of things you can do there. Memory seats, power seats on the driver's side here. So again, our Kia Soul electric vehicle does not have memory power seats. The Niros do. The Niro PHEV follows suit with that. Looking up here, we've got the UVO intelligence on the bottom of the mirror, so that means that's sort of expected in 2021. You've got the 3 buttons there. That's an app that can control the car. Super helpful on an EV type car because you can control some of your charging things. Sunroof up top, identical to the previous models. So there you go. That's the basics of this car. Now, if you want to know more, we will be happy to tell you more. We do sell these cars. They are harder to stock. We certainly have information. So ask us below in the comments below. If you need to get in touch with us, you can also check the link in the bottom. That will take you to our sales team, and they will tell you all about this car. It's also got some new wheels on the outside. I forgot to mention that. We're excited about this car. We will have one eventually. Not sure how much. They're not a high volume car, but if you want one, we absolutely can get one. We are specialists in EVs at Brantford Kia. So thanks everybody for watching.